Hello, good morning, good night, good evening, whatever the heck you're seeing this. Welcome to another translated video. What we're going to do is that we're basically just going to go through what a TAP-STRAFE is and basically all its practical uses. I made a previous TAP-STRAFE video in like October, but it was really crappily put together and yada yada. And then I mentioned it again in my keybinds video. But now I really wanted to dedicate a full video to it and go into it in depth. As you can see, there are Japanese subtitles to open this up to the JP bros as well. If you guys end up liking this video, make sure you subscribe, like the video, comment, all that stuff. Feel free to follow me on Twitter as well, because your boy loves his Twitter clout. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. If y'all don't know, a TAP-STRAFE is simply a momentum redirection technique to change the direction you want to move in while still keeping your running momentum. So to start the video off, I'm going to quickly go over how to do a basic TAP-STRAFE jump thingy. What you want to do is do a running slide jump, and then almost immediately after you're in the air, you want to let go of WASD, then turn in the direction you want to move and input multiple forward actions. You can do this in two different ways, by spamming the W key or by having an alternate forward bind to mouse scroll up or mouse scroll down. If you choose to spam the W key mid-air, then unfortunately your turns aren't going to be very sharp. What you can do, however, to make your turns sharper and give you more control about the direction you want to go is by binding your alternate forward movement to your scroll up or scroll down. This allows you to do crazy direction changes while keeping your running momentum. Binding your forward movement will allow for TAP-STRAFEs such as 90-degree turns and full 180-degree turns while still keeping your momentum and not slowing down. Remember, the farther you turn, the more precise you're going to have to time it. The next thing I want to talk about is the importance of tap-strafing while rounding corners. When you round corners, normally you're often slowed when you decide to change directions. I'll display an example in the firing range. Make sure to look at how the velocity actually slows when you decide to round the corner normally, compared to it actually speeding up when you round it with a tap-strafe. If you don't choose the tap-strafe, regular slide jumping is definitely not the way to get around this corner, because you'll just be sent flying forward. So normally when you wall bounce, you want to be running straight at a wall. With tap-strafing, this isn't necessarily the case. You can be running parallel to the wall or even slightly out away from it. Once you're running, you can decide to tap-strafe into the wall for a wall bounce. I think this adds a layer of unpredictability for your enemies, even though the wall bounce isn't really much except for style points. Furthermore, once you're in the air after your wall bounce, you can input more forward movements to fling yourself forward. It can definitely make for more spontaneous wall bounces to style on enemies or to get over walls. Overall, I think this should be the new default way of wall bouncing, tap-strafing into the wall bounce. So if you combine the 180-degree tap-strafe redirect with like a doorway or a wall, you can actually climb it up incredibly easily and quickly to make for a quick escape and a speedy way to grab high ground. Here's an example of what I mean in the firing range. Here's an example on Kings Canyon. And here's two examples on Olympus. This is an incredibly quick way to gain the high ground advantage on your enemies. I honestly use this quite a lot, and I really recommend all of y'all do it. You can use tap strafing mid-battle to dodge bullets from your opponent. You can redirect in any direction you want. What direction you specifically want to use is dependent on the situation, however. You can honestly do this with any character, but I think Octane might be a good way to demonstrate it. Here is also a Nokokopuffs clip of him tap strafing during a boxing match with Gibby. I know he isn't dodging bullets, but the same idea can be used in gunfights.
Come on, baby. Taking damage.
And here's another clip of a 15-year-old predator who goes by SamCEEEE absolutely just frying TSM Alverlele in a fight as Octane. He tap strafes in this and it's actually insane. Links to both Noko and Sam will be in the description down below. You can check out their YouTubes, Twitch, Twitter. I'll link that all in the description down below. Definitely recommend you check them both out.
That's the kid who was one shot.
It can also be very good for running away. If you are running away from an enemy and they are shooting at you, they are most likely tracking you with an idea about where you're going to run. If you throw spontaneous tap strafes in there, their tracking is going to be thrown off. So if you guys don't know, you actually don't even need to slide jump to be able to tap strafe. You can simply do it after regularly jumping. It's literally the same thing without the slide jump. Just jump while running, let go of WASD, and tap strafe in any direction you want to go. You can also use it as a bounce to stop your momentum slow when jumping off a relatively high place. Not too high to where you can't come to a complete stop, unless you're Horizon, but high enough to where there is a very minimal slow, as you can see on the velocity indicator in these demonstrations. Here's an example with Wraith and her Q that I actually use quite a bit when I'm taking damage and I'm backing up from an enemy. So we have a ramp right here. Imagine that there is a wall that goes down the left side of the ramp, and I'm simply just strafing around the wall. It's the same thing as rounding a corner, basically. And that's all I have for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and let me know if you can really think of any more uses for tap strafing in the comments down below. I would also really appreciate it if you could drop a sub, like the video. That really helps me out a lot. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. And just a quick reminder that members do see each video one day early, so if you want to get early access to the videos, hit that join button and yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just a little PSA in case y'all wanted to know that information. Yeah, we all sipping over Evelyn on Discord. I see it. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Evelyn, 42 years old, hot AF. All right, look, I'll show you guys Evelyn. The baddie of baddies, bro. Sheesh, sheesh, sheesh. Evelyn's so fine, bro. Evelyn, let me take you on a date to Target. There's no way she'll say no to that. How'd you guys hear that? So I'm gonna do to Evelyn. Step cursor? Step cursor's also really hot.